The forest was a graveyard, its trees standing like sentinels mourning the loss of life. The silence wasn't just an absence of sound, it was a presence, a thick blanket that suffocated every living thing. Leaves trembled without rustling, birds hung frozen in midair, and animals huddled in fear, their eyes pleading for the return of their symphony. The humans, too, walked with bowed heads, their footsteps the only disturbance in a sea of stillness. Something sacred had been lost, and the forest would never be the same. Under the ancient tree, the village elders gathered, their faces etched with worry. "The forest is dying," one said, her voice barely above a whisper. "We must find the cause." A grizzled elder shook his head. "It's the drum, I'm sure of it. The sacred drum has been silenced." A younger elder scoffed. "Legend? We need action, not stories." The older one fixed him with a stern gaze. "You know not what you dismiss." In the shadows, a tortoise watched the elders, his slow blinks hiding sharp eyes. He noticed the flutter in the elder's eyelid, the hesitation in the young one's voice. Others saw weakness. He saw calculation. As he ambled away, his thoughts lingered on the problem. Wisdom, he knew, often hid in plain sight. The lion roared, charging into the forest, determined to rouse the trees. But the trees stood unresponsive, their branches brittle. The eagle swooped, her keen eyes searching for the source of the silence. She returned, defeated, her wings clipped by the weight of nothing. The villagers' hope dwindled with each failure. If the strongest couldn't fix it, what hope was there? Under moonlight, the tortoise sat, his eyes closed. "I must try," he whispered to the night. "I may fail, but I must try." The stillness of the night mirrored his resolve. He would act, not out of bravery, but because someone had to. Twisted roots grasped at the tortoise like skeletal fingers, the darkness thick enough to taste. Strange sounds whispered warnings, the trees leaning in as if to listen. He pushed forward, his heart steady, his pace unbroken. The forest was alive, and it was waiting. A figure coalesced before him, its voice like thunder. "Why do you trencher the heart of the forest, small one?" The tortoise bowed, unblinking. "I seek the source of the silence, great one." The spirit loomed, its presence overwhelming, yet the tortoise felt no fear, only awe. "Can you hear the river that flows uphill?" the spirit asked, its voice a riddle. The tortoise thought, his mind a maze. "The river flows where trust is," he answered finally. The spirit inclined its head. "You hear truly. Now listen to the forest's cry." In a hidden glade, the tortoise found the drum, its surface unharmed, yet silent as stone. He touched it, and a shiver ran through his shell. The drum wasn't lost. It had been waiting. The community's neglect, not the drum's absence, was the true loss. As he walked, the forest's shadows retreated, the trees standing a little taller. The tortoise carried more than the drum. He carried hope. His determination was quiet, his sense of responsibility clear. The villagers gathered, their eyes on the tortoise. "We were wrong," he said, his voice simple. "The drum was silent because we forgot to listen." Shame-faced, they nodded, the weight of their neglect settling in. The tortoise's hands touched the drum, and music poured forth, a symphony of life. The forest erupted in song, birds singing, leaves rustling, animals dancing. The villagers wept, grateful as the music washed away their shame. The elders gathered once more, their faces etched with new-found wisdom. "Wisdom hides in plain sight," one said, her eyes on the tortoise, now quiet in the shadows. He taught us to listen. The tortoise blinked, disappearing into the underbrush, leaving behind a lesson. True wisdom walks unseen.